We out here staying connected. What's your name, baby? Introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Danielle.
Hey, Danielle.
I'm from Columbus, Ohio, and I am 43 years old.
43. And that's Pops right there, right?
This is my pops.
Happy Father's Day, Pops.
This is the hard year without him.
When did we lose Pops?
We lost him a year ago.
A year ago.
Yep. It's been a hard one. It's been a hard one.
Yeah. What made it so hard?
Hopefully it'll get easier. We was never really close growing up. My father, he's been an addict since I was as long as I can remember. He was never really in my life. He was just like back and forth. But I am his only child, and
the only baby.
I'm the only kid. And like I said, he was never really around growing up. My grandfather took care of me. Him and his brother, Granville Waiters is his brother. So.
Oh yeah, I met their brother a few times.
Yeah, so they
Good
pretty
shit.
much did what my dad wasn't doing, but you know, which is all fine and dandy. I'm a firm believer: honor your mother and your father, and your days should be numbered.
Because he battled with the drugs, and those guys kind of stepped up and gave you that example of what a father looked like. What did you get out of that?
I just, you know, I really never really had a perception, I guess, about my dad. What I did know is that I always loved him regardless of whether he was there or not. You know what I'm saying?
No matter what.
So when he did get sick, I did go back and take care of him, and he's with me.
Yeah,
For the
everywhere
rest
you
of
go.
my life. Like, yeah, everywhere I go.
What about mom?
My mom was an awesome woman. She battled with a drug addiction as well.
You lost her too?
No, my mom is still here. She lives in North Carolina. I go see her often. And like I said, she battled with a drug addiction as well. But me and my mom was locked up maybe 2011, 2012 together.
Y'all was locked up together?
Yeah, we was locked up together. And
How'd that work out?
That was her wake-up call.
Really?
Like, she never went back to drugs.
When she seen you locked up, or when... I mean, what happened? I mean, explain the wake-up call, because I know y'all had that conversation. Was it when y'all was locked up together, when y'all ran into... Explain that for me. I mean, y'all...
So, well, she knew I was on my way to prison. You know, I fought my case for quite some time before I got locked up.
Right.
She was already there, so she knew I was on my way to prison. But, so, they eventually sent us to Franklin County pre-release in Columbus from Marriageville. And it was around Christmas time, and I did a praise dance for her off of Yolanda Adams, and it was called Thank You. The song was called Thank You by Yolanda Adams. And I did that praise dance, and you know, looking back on it, she just explained to me that was what changed her life, and that was what made her not want to use drugs no more, and made her not want to live the same. Because my mom, she had 7 prison numbers, but when I tell you when she did the things that she did it and made sure she took care of us. Like, she was out there on drugs, but she made sure we never missed a Christmas. She made sure we never missed a New Year, a birthday. And she didn't only do that for me and my siblings. She did that for maybe 9 other families in the community that we grew up in. So everybody had a real strong love for my mom.
But her seeing you doing that dance showed her the good that she gave you.
I think her seeing me doing that dance was just like her, you know, snap back to reality.
Yeah, look at the good I gave her. In spite of the wrong I've shown.
And if I could see her go through everything she went through and still change her life around, and I know it's no limits to what I can do.
How was y'all's time together? And then
It was awesome. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. I would go back and do that whole 27 months over again.
Really? Tell me about
Only because that was the first Christmas or New Year's I spent with her.
Tell me about one of them days. I know y'all had them late nights when y'all had them good talks, right?
Yeah, well, no. We was always...
She said, yeah, but no. See, wait a minute. Reason I said that is because what people don't understand, I talk to a lot of brothers because, you know, I used to do staying connected inside the prisons.
Yeah.
What people don't understand is that when you're locked up, you have no distractions.
Yeah.
Ain't no niggas, no pussy, no none of that. No weed, no fun, no cars, no clothes, none of that. We dressed alike. It ain't nothing but us.
Yeah.
Ain't no sense even lying about nothing, nigga, because it's just us.
Yeah.
That's when you learn. You can learn somebody. You can learn somebody in one day.
Mm-hmm.
In one day, you can learn somebody and feel like I trust them forever over people you've been knowing for years in prison.
Yeah.
And people don't understand.
I did meet a girl like that in prison.
But did you and mom have them talks? Did y'all open up?
We didn't have late night talks because she was older, so they had her in probably like a different dorm than what they had me in. They had me in the dorm with the murderers and the killers.
Okay,
you like my first Case was for attempted murder, felonious assault, and kidnapping on my baby's dad, which was all bogus.
Okay.
So, with that being said,
how long would you do for that?
I did 27 months.
Before they did what to the end?
Well, they gave me that was the time that they gave me.
Okay. So you was actually charged, though?
I was actually charged. Okay. They dropped it from attempted murder to aggravated assault, which is still carried just the same.
So how's your mental now after dealing with that?
I can say my mental probably now is stronger than what it's ever been.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I just live. Yeah, I do. I am positive about that because I just live my life. I don't let nothing stress me out. And what I do know is everything that I had to encounter in my life was all for a reason. Like, I know what it was for. Even though it was hard at the time, like, I knew I was on my way to prison. Did I want to go? No. Mm-hmm. Was it the most stressful time in my life? Yeah, it was. Only because I knew that I had prison time to look forward to, and there wasn't nothing I could do about it, and I had to be away from my son.
But it rebuilt your engine, didn't it?
But it did. It did, and it gave me the opportunity to like I said, spend the first Christmas or New Year's with my mom. In over 15 years, that was the first one.
Have you ever battled any addiction? What's your vice? Let's say that, because we all have a vice in some kind of way.
So yeah, I have battled addiction. I have battled addiction. They say when your parents are on drugs that you are more prone to using drugs.
Yeah. And then you got that born addicted thing.
Yeah, I've tried cocaine. I can honestly say I tried crack once, and I tried it because they always said you smoke crack once, you always gonna go back and smoke it. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I tried it. I think I was 19 years old in Greenbrier.
Remember that? Uzi Alley.
Uzi Alley. I was 19 years old, and I was like. I mean, like I said, I fought demons, and I could say that was probably the worst decision I ever made in my life. Did I ever smoke it again? Hell no. I never wanted to smoke it. I never did, but that's the type of mentality I have. I'm like, they said you smoke crack once, you're gonna be a crackhead. I knew I wasn't. Yeah. I knew I wasn't gonna want to smoke it no more.
But you wanted to know what it felt like, right?
I did want to know what it felt like. And I wanted to show to myself. I beat them curtains up. I'm talking about tore blinds.
You tore the blinds.
I was in the curtains all night. It was definitely a high. I ain't trying to do that no more.
Right. Got me tearing on my own stuff, thinking different.
The curtain you seen were the exact spot I was all night. Like,
so the next day you woke up, you was like, shit.
I was like, I bet I never try it ever again. I did try it once though, and
Right. But
I knew it wasn't for me, and I tried it to, I don't know, it was because I wanted to live to tell people, like, I don't know.
But
I really could have been an addict.
You also seen it.
That was stupid.
You seen it in your walk of life, though. That's all you seen in your walk of life.
Yeah, so that's why I did know. I'm like, hey, talking about beam me up, Scotty. I watched.
He beamed you up for one night, huh?
City, beam me up, Scotty. They was like, you get that first hit.
Was you like, Pookie, just keep calling me and keep calling me?
No, I knew I wasn't. It wasn't going to call me no more. You can go by, see you bye.
So,
but yeah, I never wanted to try it again. I never tried it.
You remember where you got it from too, right?
The first time God put me in prison, it was to slow me down from the drugs and alcohol.
Detox.
Like you can't do it by yourself. Let me do it for you. And after I came home from prison, like, I was the most clean, vibrant person you would ever know. So that's what encouraged me to, the drugs and all that.
And you ain't looked back since, right?
No.
How many years we talking?
No, well, I did it 27 months, and then after I came home, I did 27 months. Oh, that I've been clean.
Yeah.
Since 2015.
Look at that.
So, well, you really can't say clean because I dropped dirty urine, and I'm gonna tell you why I said that.
Talk.
Because once I figured out that drugs wasn't for me, I was the best hustler.
Okay.
You feel me? So I still went back to drugs. I just wasn't doing them.
Right.
You feel me?
Start selling them.
The last case I caught was in 2000 and I think it was 2006, 15.
Was it a drug case?
It was a drug case. Whitehall followed me for maybe like 3 days. I had this little white drop top. Mm-hmm. And they followed me for like 3 days. And they just figured I was doing something, so they followed me. When they finally got me, they got me,
So you all the way clean now?
Yeah, I'm good.
if nothing else, that's a story. We're gonna stay with it.
Yeah, I'm good.
So, how's your relationship with mom?
My relationship with mom is awesome. My relationship with my dad was awesome. Even still, after all we've been through and him not being there, even when, once he got older and I got older and he started wanting to come around and I wanted him around, I never not wanted him around. So anytime he came around, my walking him with open arms. But like I said, he was fighting his addiction, so he really didn't want to be around me with it. Right. As he got older and as days, as it dwindled down to the last days or year or whatever, I could see him trying to push me away because I feel like at this point he knew he was about to go.
Right. What was your best moment with Pops? I know you got one.
My best moment with him. Okay. It was recently. It was around, like I said, he was pushing me away, so he was ignoring my phone calls. I popped up over there right before he died. Mm-hmm. And his girlfriend was like, oh no, he had this walker thing. And he was sitting in front of the door with the walker. And he wouldn't let me in. And I'm trying to open the door. And he like, go around the side. Like, being real mean. Because he knew he had been ignoring my phone calls. And then as soon as I hit the door, he was like, so what she do? She called you over here to whoop me? Like, you ain't older than me. She gonna tell on me. It was just cute because, he was old. He was set in his ways.
Right. Was the girlfriend younger?
And he knew I was coming over there to chastise daughter or not. But what he did is he was a smoker and he smoked up into the day he died, but he was on oxygen.
Okay.
And he went to go light the cigarette, and then I guess the cigarette caught onto his oxygen thing, and it caught on fire. Now it burnt his nose hairs, and he had to swing it off.
Wow.
She said it was like swing around like Wonder Woman's lasso. He trying to put it out.
That could have been a bomb.
Yeah, it could have been a bomb. Actually,
it could have hit that tank.
He was truly blessed.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. You and her talk now?
Definitely an awesome person.
Do you and her talk now?
Huh?
Do you and her talk now?
Who, my mom?
No, the girlfriend.
Oh, well, she died not too long after him.
Oh, wow. Drug addiction?
Nope. I think she just stopped breathing, too, in her sleep. They both was on, oxygen, and they both smoked. They both had that emphysema.
So if you was to let's say, for instance, we got a lot of people to watch my channel, man. I got a lot of young girls, some girls who's in the foster home, women that just don't have fathers. You know what I mean? That don't know what that feel like. And I tell a lot of girls that kiss on the neck is a mother.
Well, I really didn't have a father neither.
Okay.
But one thing I can encourage them is to just keep pushing forward, and to know that everything that you experience in life and all the obstacles that God put you through is never to break you down as a person. It's just to prepare you for what's to come.
How did that prepare you with guys for you? Because you need love and you got love, right? When you had love, how'd that go?
Well, actually, I could say that it made me. I'm a standoffish person. Like I'm a type of person that I don't need a man to make my world go round, or even need a man to say I have a man in my. I've been single for about 7 months.
Do you? Okay.
But it's easy for me to say either I'm going to do this or I'm not. But my dad not being there, it's easy for me to just be like, I don't need a man in my life. Like, I did this by myself.
Right. I dig that. I appreciate that.
I didn't struggle by myself.
I appreciate that because you're still young and you got a lot in front of you. You don't really know what's in front of you. You don't know if it's a husband in front of you or a wife, goddammit.
Yeah, and that's fine with me. I love who love me.
Yeah.
But like I said,
self-preservation first.
I take the bitter with the sweet in life. And I just encourage anybody to keep pushing forward.
I like that in you. Which one of them tattoos are most important to you?
All of them, because you live your life. Say live your life. You love everybody that's going to love you back.
Okay.
And you learn from your mistakes.
Which one's learn from your mistakes?
This is the learn, live, love everybody that's going to love you back.
Okay.
And learn from your mistakes. And family first. This is the most important orm. I can't say that because this is Verba's orm. This is my grandma, and this is probably the first person I ever shedded tears for. That was in 2005.
Okay. I appreciate you taking the time out to talk to me.
I appreciate you.
And I really hope that this really released some things off for you, man, on this Father's Day. Because I'm a proud father of some babies. I got girls, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I love them.
Awesome.
I love them. And I know your dad right now is looking and got your back. He right here with you. That's Pops right there. Let's say Happy Father's Day to Pop, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
What's his name?
Hilton Waiters.
Hilton Waiters. Happy Father's Day, my brother. He built a machine, and I know you're going to be a good example for not only your kids, but the young girls that watch this.
Yes.
You know, I mean, my concern is making sure that your mental capacity is good behind what you've been dealing with. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to deal with challenges. You know, a lot of men may show up like Pops, and some may not. But you got to know what the bullshit smells like versus what the give a fuck looks like. You know,
and I appreciate that. Yeah. I probably needed to hear that.
Yeah, you got that, sister, from Brother Dez, for real. Trust me. Kindly. I give a shit for real. Don't cost me nothing.
Thank you, kindly.
Yeah, I got to tell a lot of these brothers, the library don't charge you to get in, so if you don't want it, if you ain't got it, you just didn't want it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But we out here staying connected. Let's go.